another library book haul. I really love my library, and I do tend to go a little bit overboard when I'm checking out books because I just can't say no because, well, they're free, and so might as well. And so I do have two on here that were from my last book haul because I didn't get to them. The first one being Codenamed Verity. I didn't even start this one. I'm really looking forward to it. And then the other one is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. Okay, so moving on to the next books, which are new, and I'm really excited about them. And so the first one I actually already finished, and that is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. I am just going through this kick of reading all of her books right now. I really enjoy them. This book in particular follows Hadley and Oliver. Hadley is from the United States, and she is traveling to London to see her dad and to meet her new stepmom at their wedding. And she gets to the airport and she misses her flight and has to get on the next flight. But of course, on the next flight to London is this British boy, Oliver, and it's just their little story of, you know, meeting each other. So that is the Statistical Probability of Falling in Love. The next book that I picked up is A Million Suns by Beth Revis. This is the second book in, what is the series called? The first book is Across the Universe. And so the premise of the series is that they built this ship to put people on and travel them to a far-off land, and they freeze them. And in the first book you have Amy, and you have her, she wakes up and she's not supposed to have woken up yet, and it's her experience of finding out that she's still on the ship and all of that goes on in that. So this book is 3 months after she has awoken and stuff is still going down, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this story again. I really enjoyed Across the Universe, so yeah, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up in the near future. Okay, the next book that I picked up is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Steedman. This is a book about this man and wife who live on this remote island. Then he is the lighthouse keeper, and they have had tragedy in their family of 2 miscarriages and a stillborn birth, I believe. And then one night the wife hears a baby crying, and they go out and see this shipwreck where a man is dead and a baby is still alive. And so it's their story of all of that. And so it sounds like a heart-wrenching story. I'm looking forward to diving into this book. Okay, the next book that I picked up is The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith. This is the last book of hers that I believe that is out, or at least the ones that are in my library anyway, of hers that I have not read. I'm looking forward to it. I don't even know what this one is about. It's about this girl, Lucy, and something. Owen. Yeah, so they're in New York City. They'll probably have this meet cute and stuff happens, and so I'm really looking forward to picking up this one because, as I said, her books are just so light and easy and just a breath of fresh air, sometimes for me anyway, because this is like my just unwinding type of book. So I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. Next book that I picked up I've also already read, and that is The School for Good and Evil. And this book follows Agatha and Sophie, and in their land every 4 years 2 children are taken, one that represents good and one that represents evil, to be at the School for Good and Evil, and you will become your own fairy tale or you become a villain. And so Sophie is your typical, looks like she's going to be the princess for good, and you have Agatha, who is not necessarily a stereotypical ugly villain, but she's very homely, I guess you could say, likes a lot of black. And so they are taken, and when they get to the school, actually Sophie is dropped into the School of Evil and Agatha is dropped into the School of Good. And it's them just trying to figure out, one, why were they put where they are, and is this school really what it seems, and how can they be friends when they are fighting for the other side. And so it's a great story of friendship. I really liked it. Highly recommend it. So I will have a more in-depth review of it in my wrap-up, but yes, I really enjoyed this. And then the last book that I picked up, I really debated on whether I was going to pick it up, but then you know, I can get it from the library and I don't have to waste money on it, and that is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Everyone knows what this is about. I've heard so many bad things about this, but one of my friends, she made the point, she's like, Amy, you can't have your own opinion if you have not read it. And so I was like, you're right, I need to read it so I can form my own opinion and see what I think about it. And so I'm going into this with like the lowest standards possible. Like, I think I even had higher standards for Twilight when I read it. And so I don't think it could be worse than what I'm imagining it to be. So maybe it'll be great. We will see. So, okay. Well, guys, those are the books that I just recently picked up from the library. Let me know down below if you have read any of these books and what your first pick would be if you were going to be picking out one of these books to read. So guys, as always, I hope you're having a great reading month. Go to your library and check out books because it's a phenomenal place where the books are free. You just have to return them after however long your checkout time is. Go to your library. Ask your librarian for recommendations because they know what they're talking about. Go to your library. It's amazing. Okay, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye! Can you tell I really like libraries? Huge fan of libraries. Huge fan.